Our series, A More Perfect Union, aims to show that what unites us as Americans is far greater than what divides us. This morning, we're going to introduce you to a group of former high school students who started a life-changing support group for a friend who was battling cancer. Now they are taking that effort launched in a garage 19 years ago nationwide. Vladimir Duthiers shows us where it all began in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Vlad, can't wait to hear good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle. This is an amazing story. So when Rob Mattar was diagnosed with cancer at 17 years old, his friends rallied to support him. That was back in 2001. Now, the same close-knit circle of friends is inspiring high school students across the country to join in the fight against cancer.
Good job, man. It all started here in this New Jersey garage nearly 2 decades ago.
So this is the garage where that picture was taken, and this is where it all went down.
This is where it all went down.
The spot where a group of high school juniors rallied around their friend Rob Mattar as he was going through chemotherapy for testicular cancer.
I remember coming home from baseball practice. There were about 15 friends here, and Rob's mom had reached out to us beforehand just to say that Rob was starting to lose his hair, and he was feeling really self-conscious about it.
So the group came up with a plan to shave their heads to match their friend.
So people were like, "Are you doing it?" And the next guy's like, "Yes, I'm in." And then they do it. And then the next person's like, "Do me next." And it just built this momentum.
And they took that momentum and started the club at their high school, with more than 200 people showing up to the first Student Movement Against Cancer, or SMAC, meeting. The club held events and provided emotional support to students affected by cancer. By senior year, they had raised more than $100,000 through fundraisers.
It made me feel great. That immediate support helped me get through that stage.
But amidst Rob's diagnosis, his father was battling widespread cancer.
I actually had chemotherapy sitting next to my father.
Chemotherapy sitting next to your dad.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It makes you feel better in a way about getting chemotherapy because you're with your father and you have that natural bond of, well, this is terrible, but we actually laughed about it.
While Rob recovered, his father did not. He died Rob's freshman year of college.
My thoughts drifted to your mom, who would have watched her husband and then her son dealing with these insurmountable challenges. Have you spoken to her about what that was like to have the two men in her life dealing with cancer at the very same time?
I don't know a stronger woman in the history of the world. She was so brave. She put on her game face at a time when she probably, really just wanted to probably go in a room and hide.
Rob found new meaning through his work with SMAC.
In the aftermath of all that, thank God I was okay. So I had that moment where I was able to use SMAC to get through a difficult time. So you want to start SMAC at your school.
Now, nearly 20 years later,
We started a board of directors based on that original crew of people, the people who were a part of it from the beginning, and started to dream again about what it could be.
this is that dream becoming reality at the launch of the national nonprofit. Rene Ramos leads the first New York chapter of SMAC in his Bronx high school.
This program means a lot to me. My grandfather died because of cancer. We actually have a few students who lost their parents because of cancer, and being there to help them, support them, it just feels amazing.
The group of friends eventually ended up back where it all began.
1, 2, 3.
But this time, with a new generation of future SMAC leaders.
There are now 18 SMAC chapters across the Northeast. The organization has raised more than $2 million in the fight against cancer.
Hats off to those guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
lovely.
so
took
great.
And hair off, too. They took their hair off.
But I love when I said, Vlad, please tell me he's still alive. You go, wait for it, wait for it. It was so sweet that he was alive. And then about his dad, that's sweet. Then about his mom, that adds another layer.
Yeah.
And now it's a nationwide thing, and he's cute, too.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. But what a great story. And Sojan's first piece.
Sojan Joseph
promoted to
produced this
producer.
piece. Yes, promoted to producer.
These
This is
Make us feel good.
Yeah,
Very
these
nice.
organizations really matter. It reminds me of something you reported on with What to Watch, that the cancer deaths are actually falling in the U.S. for the first time in a long time, and I'm sure that's in
Forgot
part
about
to
that.
efforts like this.
And Rob's whole, he wants people to understand that you're not alone, that there are people who are going through this, and there are resources that will help.
And as he's, it's very, and when you're in high school or college, it's really embarrassing. It's tough.
Exactly.
We talked about
and
that.
they all did it.
And to get that kind of support is so huge. Vlad, thanks.